Think the Caro-Kann is solid and safe? Think again. In this video, we reveal the most powerful traps white can unleash against the Caro-Kann defense. Whether you're a chess beginner, a rising club player, or just someone who loves surprising opponents, these deadly opening tricks will help you dominate early and win fast. Stay tuned, because your next Caro-Kann victim won't know what hit them. Trap 1. Devastating tactical shot. Let's begin with a crushing chess trap against the Caro-Kann defense. We start with pawn to e4. Black responds with pawn to c6, then pawn to d4, and black replies with pawn to d5. We push pawn to e5, the advanced variation. Black strikes back with pawn to c5, attacking our center. We support the center with pawn to c3. Next, black develops knight to c6, pressuring our d4 pawn. We develop our knight to f3, adding a defender. Black pins our knight with bishop to g4. We respond with pawn captures on c5. Now, black grabs the e5 pawn with the knight, believing our knight is pinned. But they missed a trap. We unleash the stunning move. Knight captures on e5. Black gleefully grabs our queen with the bishop, thinking they've won. But now, bishop to b5 check. The only way to block the check is with the queen. After queen to d7, we capture it with bishop, checking the king. After king to d8, we calmly recapture the bishop on d1. But that's not all. Black's rook on h8 is also doomed. Black tries to activate with pawn to f6, but after knight to f7 check, a fork, and king captures on d7, we win the rook with knight takes h8. We are up by 8 points in material. The position is completely winning. Trap 2. Savage attack in 12 moves. Next, let's dive into a brutal chess trap that outsmarts black in just 12 moves. We start with pawn to e4, and black plays pawn to c6. Then pawn to d4, pawn to d5. We develop knight to c3, defending e4. This is the classical variation. Black captures on e4. We recapture with knight. Black develops knight to f6. We trade knights. Knight captures with check. And after black recaptures with pawn, we develop our bishop to c4. Black plays bishop to e7, preparing to castle. We go queen to h5, threatening the f7 square. Black castles, thinking the danger has passed, but they've walked right into our trap. We quietly play knight to e2. Black tries to chase our queen away with pawn to g6. We calmly retreat to f3. Then black develops knight to d7. We bring out bishop to h6, attacking the f8 rook. Black defends with rook to e8. But this innocent-looking move is actually a blunder. We sacrifice the bishop. Bishop captures f7 with check. If black recaptures with the king, queen to b3 is a stunning checkmate in 12 moves. If black instead plays king to h8, then after bishop captures on e8, and queen recaptures, we castle and enjoy a massive lead in development, material, and king safety. This position is completely winning. Trap 3. The Maroczy Gambit Trap. Here comes an outstanding tactical trap, the Maroczy Gambit. We begin with pawn to e4. Black replies with c6. Then d4, and black responds with d5. Now we surprise with pawn to f3. After black captures on e4, we recapture with the f-pawn. Black strikes with pawn to e5. But capturing on e5 is a mistake, because it opens the door for queen to h4 check. Instead, we calmly develop our knight to f3. Black captures on d4. Instead of recapturing immediately, we play the sneaky move bishop to c4. Black continues with knight to f6, and we castle to safety. Now, the most popular move in this line is bishop to c5, logical and natural, but it's a trap. We jump with knight to g5, attacking f7. Black castles, walking right into our ambush. We deliver the brilliant bishop takes f7 with check. After rook recaptures, our knight strikes. Knight captures the rook. When the king takes the knight, we play queen to h5 with check, forking the king and the bishop. After king retreats to g8, we capture the bishop. We're up a full piece, and the position is completely winning. Trap 4, Accelerated Panov Surprise. Let's now explore a rare and deadly surprise weapon, the Accelerated Panov attack. We play pawn to e4. Black replies with c6. Instead of d4, we play pawn to c4, an aggressive twist. Black plays pawn to d5. We capture on d5, black recaptures. We then play pawn to d4. Black develops knight to c6, we trade pawns again, and black recaptures with the queen. Now we develop our knight to f3. Black pins the knight with bishop to g4. We calmly play bishop to e2. Then black captures our knight, planning to win our d4 pawn. But that's exactly what we want. We recapture with our bishop, now attacking black's queen. Most opponents take the d4 pawn. Now comes the killer blow. Bishop captures on c6 with check. After b-pawn recaptures, we simply play queen takes on d4, winning the queen. Over 73,000 games in databases show black falling for this trap. Next time you face the Caro-Kann, pull out this surprise and dominate. Trap 5, Dazzling Exchange Variation Tactic. Let's move on to the exchange variation trap. We begin with pawn to e4. Black plays c6. Then pawn to d4, pawn to d5. We trade with pawn captures on d5. Black recaptures. We develop knight to f3, and black replies with knight to c6. We support the center with pawn to c3. Black pins our knight with bishop to g4. We counterpin with bishop to b5. After pawn to e6, we play queen to a4, targeting the knight on c6. Black plays queen to c7, reinforcing the knight, but it's a trap. We strike with knight to e5, adding another attacker and also eyeing the bishop on g4. Black plays bishop to f5. Now we play knight captures on c6. After b-pawn recaptures, bishop captures on c6 with check. King steps to e7, and we finish by capturing the a8 rook. We're up a full rook. Trap 6, Bobby Fischer's surprise weapon. And finally, let's crush black with an offbeat idea used by none other than Bobby Fischer himself. We start with pawn to e4. Black replies with c6. We develop knight to f3, a move not commonly played, but very powerful. After pawn to d5, we trade. E captures on d5, c captures on d5. We play knight to e5, then d4. Black trades knights, and we recapture with the d-pawn. Black plays bishop to f5, a natural move, but a mistake. We go queen to f3, targeting the bishop. Black defends with pawn to e6, but now the bishop has no retreat. We strike with bishop to b5 check. Most opponents move the king to e7, not wanting to give up the queen. But that's a disaster. We follow up with queen to a3 check. Now, black's only move is queen to d6, and we deliver checkmate in 10 moves with queen captures on d6. If you enjoyed these Caro-Kann traps for white, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a brilliant chess trap again. Drop a comment below. What's your favorite way to counter the Caro-Kann? And remember, in the world of chess, one trap can change the whole game. Until next time, keep learning, keep attacking, and keep checkmating.